Guys, my line suddenly went slack. I'm gonna reel up. Might have something swimming towards me. Maybe he just picked it up and dropped it, I don't know. Something's at it again. Might have just dropped it. I think we're on some smaller fish here. I'm gonna wait and let him take it. Let the circle hook do its job. Wait and let him get the hook. Well, I can't tell if there's a fish on there. Nope, there's not. There's a snag on there is what we got. Well, that's frustrating. That's what you deal with when you fish the way I fish down here, but man, that sucks. Well, I guess I'll take care of this and tie a new rig on and get back out there. Well, folks, we had a best case scenario of what could have happened. Fish popped off and I got my rig back. So I don't have to tie a new rig on, and I don't have a fish strand down there tangled up in a snag with a hook in its mouth. So I've got another piece of gizzard shad cut here. That's what I'm using today. Is I've got some whole gizzard shad frozen that I'm using. I tried on Thursday to get some bluegill and just could not get even a bite. So anyway, I'll explain all that and explain what I got going on here after I get this bait on, get this line cast back out. Okay, folks, got my lines cast back out. I'm down on a small river here. Don't know how much you can see behind me, but we're not to the point yet in the spring where the river levels have really come up much, so it's still really low. Not too much current that we're dealing with right now. Got a big log jam back here that I'm kind of fishing on. I'm gonna give it a little bit of time here, and if I don't get anything going, then I'm just gonna work my way down the bank and see what I can find. So bait situation is I could not catch any bluegill for the life of me, and it's not that bluegill is my preferred bait, it's just that bluegill is what's readily available, and I'd prefer fresh bait any day over cut bait or over frozen bait, even if it is bluegill versus whatever, gizzard shad or whatever else you got frozen. I just prefer to have fresh bait, so that's why I usually use bluegill. I could not get any. I went to a tackle store and bought some frozen gizzard shad. Was going to buy a couple skipjack to go with it, and I'd have a couple options down here for these fish, but then I looked at the prices that were posted on the freezer and thought better of it. So I think I paid like 15 bucks for one bag. I got like 6 gizzard shad, so that's why I try to get my own bait. I don't feel that that's really worth it, so we're gonna, I don't know, we're gonna give it a chance, give it a try out here, see what comes of it. I'm gonna stick that tail piece, that gizzard shad, back in the cooler, just in case, because normally I'd toss the tail piece, but for how much it cost me and for all the more that I got out of it, never know, I may need it, so I'm not going to just toss it. We're going to stick that thing in the freezer or in the cooler. We're going to give it a little bit out here and see if we can get something going, so stay tuned. So, got something biting this one. I think he's got it. I'm reeling down, and he didn't have it. Probably just got my freaking bait. Oh, he did have it. He did have it. Just swimming right at me. Okay, I'm gonna have to be careful here. We got a lot of snags in the water down here, I'm learning. Okay. We got a little energy there, don't we? Try and keep him out of those snags. He did have it after all. Oh, that's where the snags are. Looks like he might give us the bait back. Well, kind of tore that bait up. That's the problem with shad, is it's such a soft bait. It comes off the hook really easy. I worry about flinging it off when I cast my baits out. They're able to, oh, he's not hooked very good. We better try and land him real quick before he pops free. It's easy for these fish to kind of steal that shad, but the fact that it's frozen, not fresh, doesn't seem to be bothering them. I'm getting bites, although I have been down here for a little while now, and this is the first fish I've actually caught. So, I'm gonna get down there and see if I can land him. I still don't have a landing glove of any kind, so he's gonna tear my dang hand up, but alright, that's alright, I guess. That's a part of it. I'm the dippy that didn't bring a glove, so if he pops free, at least we got to look at him. See, he is barely skin hooked there. There we go, we got him. Bring him up on the bank here before he starts flopping around. Pop that hook out of there. There we go. Got that hook out. There's that fish. That's not a bad channel cat, really. I mean, that's a big channel. I don't know what it'd weigh, but it's a nice fish. So we catch a lot of them this size here and out of this river. So healthy fish. But go ahead and get him back in the water and get another bait on and try to do it again. Oh, as he bites down on my thumb. Give my thumb back. There he goes. Splashes us on the way. Alright. That was a lot of fun. Let's get another bait on there and do it again. Alright folks, this is how desperate I am for bait. This just shows you how much money I spent on it too. That piece there, not much left of it really, it's just the tail, but it's going back in the cooler. If I need it later, I can dig it out. And stick another headpiece on off that shad I just cut a minute ago. So all I'm doing is going under the gill plate, work that thing through, and just up through the nose there. So seems to be about the hardest part on the bait. So it should stay on when I fling it out there, and your guess is as good as mine whether or not that bait will stay on there long enough for a fish to get up, make their way up to the hook. They seem to always want to eat it out down here from the bottom up. So down there where the meat is. We'll get it out there and see if we can catch another one. Just got this cast out. I just made a move and was trying to set my chair up and looked over and had a bite already. Hopefully he gets the bait. Kind of a big bait that I put on there. Hopefully he gets it. I mean, reel in another fish. I don't know. I don't know if he's got it. He might now have the bait. This spot here is, he didn't get it, he let it go. This spot here is the same spot that, if you watched one of my previous videos, I think it was called something like catching big flathead catfish on a small river or something like that. But this is that same spot I was fishing in, and I knew it was the same general area, but I got here and got set up, and obviously the river is way down from what it was when I was filming that video. But I looked up higher on the bank, and there happened to be my two sticks that I'd been holding my poles up with, so I grabbed them same ones and just moved them farther down the bank. I'm gonna check my bait and see if it's still there. I don't think it is. I think he got away with it. Yep, he did. Dang fish. Should have went with a smaller piece, I suppose. Oh well. We'll get another bait on there and see if we can catch one. Okay. Had exactly what I was afraid of happen there. Okay, I'm gonna get down here so I can keep my line from getting all tangled. Actually, need to stay down here, I guess. Holy cow. Oh, is the video running? Oh, I gotta get my heart rate down a little bit. Okay. Yeah, he's in my line there. Yeah, let's see if we can go around it. Holy cow. I knew that was gonna happen, but I was hoping that I'd be wrong. I set that stick up. It's kind of rotten. Kind of a rotten stick. And it was propped up right here on this stick. And you can see, that fish snapped it right off and about pulled my rod. It pulled my rod all the way down the bank down there. You can see where, well, maybe you can, but I jumped down. About had to go in after it. I'm glad I didn't, because I got my phone in my pocket. That could have been bad. That's another big channel cat. Big channel cat. I mean, not. They certainly get bigger, but that's a good fish. That is a good fish. Man, I mean, you can see this river. It's not big by any means. It's a small river. But our channel cats get healthy here. They're big and healthy. Now I got to figure out, I'm ready to land that fish, but I got to figure out, got mud all over my handle. Got to figure out where to get down there to land him at. Let's go over this way with him. I'm shaking. Maybe I ought to. I'm kind of nervous to be too far away from that other pole. I don't want to look back and have it be gone or hear a big splash. Oh man, this is so much fun. So much fun. I mean, it's just quiet. There's nothing happening. And then boom, your rod's about in the water. Let's see if we can get to him. This is gonna be muddy and soupy. I'm gonna get my phone out of my pocket. Actually, it is out of my pocket. Good. Okay. Yeah, it's real muddy down here. I think I'm filming. See if we can land this guy without going in. I gotta get better, more aware of my filming, get better at not making sure my hand's not in the way there. Uh-oh. He got in a snag down there. Of course he did. That's exactly what you'd expect. The one snag in the river. And he's in it. Well, we may not get this fish landed after all. Oh, there he is. I guess we'll bring him and the snag in. If we can. Hope he's hooked good. Give myself some slack there. This is why I use as heavy a line as I do. So I always end up doing things like this. There he kind of come out of it. Holy cow, that's a nice channel. Got a mark there on its head too. Get out of my shadow so you can see that. Well, let's get him landed. I'm gonna turn my hand up. Yep, okay. You can always count on a big channel doing that to your hand. And that hook just pops right out. Maybe. There he goes. Get that line off of him. Trying to turn. Oh, there goes my other rod, I think. I can't quite tell. Hope not. Let's get a look at this one. Again, nice, big, healthy channel cat out of a real small river, but sometimes it just doesn't matter. Don't overlook the small water. Let's get him back in. Get back up there so my other rod can't get away from me. Okay. Tear my thumb all up. Ow. Clamp down on me good. There we go. Get out of here, buddy. Get out. And she's gone. Holy cow. Gotta take some deep breaths. That was an experience. Alright, I'm gonna climb back up this bank, try to wash my hands off a little bit better. Try to figure something better out for securing my rods. Let's see if we can get another one. Guys, I think we got one on this rod. Oh, he just come off, didn't he? Yep, just come off. We had one on that rod too. Dang. Okay. Getting a little crazy down here. Let's get that bait. Do what we can to get that bait fixed back. Get this one cast back out. Cut a new bait for that other rod and see if we can get set again. Man, I gotta gotta take some deep breaths still. Get over here where I can get a good angle to get a good cast. All right. Ooh. That one's out. Now to the next one. There's another one there. Oh, he came off. Dang it. Well, that's frustrating, folks. I've been sitting here for, I don't know, a good little minute. It's been calm ever since the craziness when I first got here, and I was thinking about getting ready to reel my baits in to check that I still had bait, and then that fish there hit. I don't know what you do in that situation. I mean, I'm using circle hooks. The hooks they're supposed to set themselves. They're sharp. Fish just came off. I don't know. That's just the way it goes, I guess. But it still is really quite frustrating, especially when you hook into what feels like a pretty good fish. I think it would have been about like the other ones I've been catching today, and it wouldn't have been a personal best, probably, or certainly wouldn't have been a record-setting fish by any means. But it's still just frustrating when you have that happen. But that's part of fishing, so I guess that's a little bit of what makes it fun, is you just never know what's going to happen. So I guess what I'm going to do is just give this spot here another little while and just see if anything else happens, and if not, then I'll probably just scooch on down, I don't know, 50, 75, 100 yards down the bank, fish that for a little while, and then we'll see what time it is. I may head on out of here after that. As I was making the trek to this spot here from the last one, I either dropped my knife or maybe left it sitting back at the other spot. That's what I hope I did, because if I dropped it, I don't think I'll ever find it. But it's making me a little bit anxious. I really like that knife, so I want to go back and look for that. But anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. That has nothing to do with the fishing. I'm going to sit here for another little while and see if I can't just get another fish to bite. Found this deal poking, this handle poking out of the bank like this. Tried to pull it out. Of course, it's all rotten and I snapped it off, but inclined to believe it looks an awful lot like a net that I might have left down here back in the day when I was a kid. So I try real hard not to do stuff like that anymore. Try to follow the mantra of leave no trace. Heck, I even find myself picking up garbage that I didn't leave behind every once in a while. So I'm gonna try and dig this thing out and see if it is that net. And I'll try and, if I have enough hands, pack it out of here and get it in a dumpster. Folks, that may be the end of this video. If I was a better fisherman than I am, had more fish, but the ones that I got, the 2 fish I caught, they're pretty big channel cats. So all in all, I mean, it wasn't an incredibly amazing trip, but it was a fun trip, and it was productive enough to keep me coming back for more. So I'm gonna head out and kind of backtrack my steps a little bit, see if I can find my knife. Maybe give it a little bit longer at that first spot I was at. Maybe not. I don't know. If I do and I end up catching another fish, I'll throw it on here at the end of the video and you'll see that. If not, we're gonna call this the end of the video. But had a good trip out here and I appreciate y'all watching. See you in the next one.